Welcome to today's show. This is show number one, except it's not actually show number one, but it is a show that I have done before. But now I am back doing this show. I've broken the cardinal sin of, consistency. It's something I preach all the time, but I never kept it up. And probably why I'm in the situation I'm in today. So there's a reason for the title of this show. It is From Pit to Peak. Now, the pit to peak game is something that happens to all of us, and that's really just another way of saying the highs and lows of life. And we hear all these gurus talk all day long about what it's like to be on the peak. What we don't hear about is what it's like when you are in the pit. So I'm using this show as a way to help others, but not help them from a place of, hey, look what I did, I'm so great. No, I'm helping from a frame of, look what I'm doing. Here's where I'm going, right? Here's how I'm building, and really giving myself and you, the listener, the opportunity to learn from the stupid things that I do. And that's the reality of it. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. I actually have another show that I do with one of my coaching brands, and we have, I don't know, we've been going for a year now, episode a week, so pretty proud of that. So, but this is a solo project. This is just me, and I'm here, me, my microphone, and my camera, and going to put this show together. So those of you who don't know me, go back and listen to some of the other episodes. They won't be super current, because obviously I have not been staying current on them. So anyhow, life has been quite the journey, but it leads us here today. So this show is going to be for those who want to follow along on a journey, but also for those who want to build their own journey, right? This is kind of a build together situation. I probably won't have any guests on here. This will be me ranting and raving for about 15 minutes every single show, and really just sharing what's actually going on and what's happening as I rise from the pit to the peak. Here's the truth. I have not fully recovered from COVID. Now, I'm not talking about that I got COVID and was sick. No, I'm talking about the economic impact of what COVID did to me, to my business, and to my family. And it has been a constant battle since then. And really, I have no one but myself to blame. Obviously, I can't even blame. I won't spend time blaming COVID or anything like that. But I can't blame anyone else other than me, because it was me who was in the position that I was in when COVID hit, that I wasn't, financially stable enough to be able to support that. And I talk about this in a lot of previous shows that are here on the podcast. But more so, I want you guys to realize that I have been battling this for 5 years. It's 2025, the time I'm recording this particular episode, that when it drops, and it's just been a battle. It's been a battle. And so this is a call out. So this show is really for, I think obviously you ladies will get some value from the show, but it's primarily I'm going to be talking to dudes and guys just like me. The guys who some mornings you wake up and you are ready to take over the world. And then other mornings you wake up and you feel like the entire world has somehow imploded upon you, and you feel the weight of the entire world, and it's all you can do to even get out of bed. And the struggle that goes on when you're supposed to put on a happy face, you're supposed to just smile about it. You're supposed to just be like, well, I guess this is just the way it is. And that is a real place that I find myself in constantly, and I can't imagine, because I know that I'm not. I know I'm not the only one. And one of the big issues with going through these kind of emotional roller coasters, these small pit to peaks throughout your life, is you think you're alone and you operate alone. You isolate yourself and you don't get the help that you need. And sometimes the help that you need is just being able to have a conversation about it and talk about it and be about it, and to realize that, hey, maybe it's to listen to me talk about some of the vulnerable, real things inside of my life as I've built where I'm at. I'm 45 years. Oh, I'm 45. I turned 46 in like a month, so I was like, am I 46 yet? My mind got discombobulated. But 45, and what I've built and what I've done some pretty cool things, I think, and I've also done some pretty crappy things too. I have taken a roller coaster ride of life, which I think we all have, and there's a lot of things I look back and I'm like, man, if I didn't believe in God and I didn't believe there was always a plan, then I would want to say that I regret them. But I also know they lead me to where I'm at today. And the hard part about that is I don't necessarily like where I am today, but I know they're building me into the man that God sees in me, the potential for me to be the best me that can possibly be. So I am now sitting at one of those pits. I'm sitting. Life is in that pit. We lived in Hawaii for just almost exactly, just barely over 2 years, and I was called there by God. I was told to move there to Hawaii, and God said, "Go," and I said, "Okay, I'm going to go." Right, and now I'm sitting here, and we have moved back to Utah, and about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, the prompting was super strong that we needed to leave. Our time was done at Hawaii. We'd kind of figured out, I guess, what we needed to figure out, and now it was time to move on. And I didn't know why. I don't still know why. And I'm sitting here, and my life feels like a complete dumpster fire. Like there was like a little fire, and then it feels like almost daily there is more dumping to where I sit. And when I wake up in the morning, I don't have that fire. So I'm currently in the pocket of I just don't care, right? I'm frustrated. I'm angry. I want to blame somebody, but the only somebody I have to blame is me. I'm taking all my problems to God, and really banking on some inspiration, some prompting, some kind of a lifeline, so that I can get a bucket of water to put out this dumpster fire that has turned into my life. And it's so frustrating because I think back to like 3 months ago. There I am sitting in my beautiful home in Hawaii, and I'm right there at the beach, and I've got wonderful friends, and my business is thriving, and everything's doing well. We have good money economically. There's no problems. There's no problems in my marriage with my wife, my son and my daughter. We're in a good space, and all these things are working really well. And it was only like a minute ago. And then all of a sudden, to fast forward to today, where I'm like, oh my gosh, if there could be a problem in every area of your life at the same time, I'm currently in it, which is then testing my faith, which is frustrating me because I've spent 2 years building this faith, really, more than 2, but the last 2 years has been a ruthless pursuit. Ruthless. I was ruthlessly committed to figuring out who is God to me, what does it mean to be a follower of Jesus Christ, and how do I actually apply that to my life. And I feel like I made a lot of great strides there, but now I find myself, like I said, in this dumpster fire. And so this show, this entire podcast series, is going to be my journey. It's going to be the daily grind of what happens on the daily that brings us. I'll do it through storytelling. I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you how it went down. I'll tell you where my mind's at, where my head's at, and what I want to do, what I don't want to do, my thoughts, my concerns, and most of what I say might be wrong. But I'm not worried about being right. I'm not worried about being wrong. What I'm interested in this show being real, because I know the right person. It's like if I had somebody else that was doing this same thing, and I was able to just jump on and start to feel like, man, I'm not alone, and I've got somebody else who's doing this too, and somebody else is feeling the way I'm feeling right now. See, the world is like spun this weird way, right? It was like masculinity was like amazing, and then all of a sudden it wasn't, and now it's kind of like back to being amazing, but at the same time there's this facade, right? As a man, I'm not allowed to show emotion. I'm not allowed to be upset. I'm not allowed to be sad. I'm not allowed to be frustrated. I'm not allowed to feel like I want to give up and quit. And so when I do feel these ways, I have to keep it inside. I have to hide it from the world, because the world has not said that this is something you can do, which to me is freaking wild that that's a thing, but it is. It is a thing. And I'm breaking the narrative. I'm trying to, at least for myself and for the rest of everybody else out there that maybe they need this too. So I'm not going to ramble on this first episode as a, well, first of, I'm going to label this episode 1 again. I think I've done it twice now. But this time for real. This time's for real. And like I said, it's not that I can't be consistent. I think I just lost, who knows? I'm not even going to try to come up with a reason or excuse for not continuing the show, but we're back. We're back in action, and I'm going to bring you on this journey with me through the daily sagas and the stories and the narratives and everything else that goes along with it. So this is the From Pit to Peak. This is the show name. Today's title is, Hey, What's Up? I'm back. I'm back in action. And that is all I have for you on this first episode. So I'm looking forward to you. This will be a multiple posts per week show. So if you're looking for a daily hit, early morning, like I want to get some fire in, guess what? This is going to be the place you are going to want to go, because this is where you'll be able to get that steam as I rebuild my dumpster fire life back to what it literally just was and then beyond. So appreciate you guys being listeners to the show. Hopefully we can reactivate all my old listeners and get you back into the game. But I know this will be great. So appreciate you all. Have a fantastic rest of your day, whether you listen to this in the morning, the afternoon, or at night. Have a great night.